Welcome back to Minecraft Mystery Story, where the adventure continues in Chapter 7. In this episode, the mystery deepens as Ancy, Tess, and Geor continue their investigation into the disappearance of Hally Heart. The case takes a wild turn when they confront Nadi, who admits to turning Nikitie Doll into an impromptu Hally Heart. But is the real culprit still out there? In this episode, Nadi's confession about the disastrous doll makeover that turned Nikitie Doll orange and broke her hair. The young detectives dig deeper to discover who could have actually taken Hally Hearth. Cassi Dii, a key suspect, is caught in the act at pizza restaurant. Is she really hiding the doll? Questions arise about her behavior and whether she was in the right place at the right time. The group uncovers a new clue after a small backpack incident at the pizza shop. As they piece together the puzzle, will they finally figure out who took Hally Heart? And what's the truth behind Cassie's mysterious actions? So let's start to Minecraft Mystery Story in Part 7. Goodness, don't have cats, Nadi said. She gathered up the doll. It's not Hally Heart. Yet, didn't you let Brian Sky know that you have a Hally Heart doll? Ancy inquired. Nadi hurled a moan. She contacted her temple with the rear of her hand and said, I needed Hally Heart actually seriously, so I chose to transform Nikitie Doll into her. Ancy, Tess, and Geor gazed at the untidy-looking doll. You mean, that is Nikitie Doll? Geor asked, pointing. Nadi gestured tragically. A cart makeover that was my arrangement, she said. I gave her a tan by pouring on my mother's Moment Tanning Moisturizer. It made her become orange. I colored her hair fair with my mother's hair color. It made her hair break. Goodness, Tess said. Your mother utilizes a great deal of stuff. Ancy made a sound as if to speak. Mrs. Dan was emerging from the store. Is everything all right? She called. Might we at any point take Nikitie Doll to the doll emergency clinic now, Mother? Nadi inquired. So they can change her back to how she was previously. Indeed, Nadi, Mrs. Dan murmured. However long you guarantee at no point ever to give your dolls makeovers in the future. Nadi looked sorry for wrecking into her doll. Guarantee, she said. She waved farewell to Ancy, Tess, and Geor. Then she followed her mother up the road. How do we have any idea about that doll wasn't Hally Heart? Geor inquired. When it's all said and done, Nadi might have wrecked her. In any case, as Ancy contemplated the doll, something clicked. That doll's eyes were light brown, she said. Aren't Hally Heart eyes light blue? Dazzling blue, Tess concurred. So that was Nikitie Doll, Ancy said. Nadi didn't take Hally Heart, all things considered. Great, Geor said. Presently might we at any point kindly get some donuts? My stomach is thundering like an out-of-control, exciting ride. The young ladies strolled toward donut shop. When inside, Ancy and Tess requested muffins. Geor got chocolate donut. They were going to carry their donuts to a table when Ancy saw Maddie. She was conveying a donuts as well. Would you like to sit with us, Maddie? Ancy inquired. Can't, Maddie said. I'm taking my cut to a Trixie Scout meeting. Then, at that point, Maddie rushed out of the cafe. Maddie is in the 4th grade like us, Tess said. Don't just 1st and 3rd graders go to Trixie Scouts? Perhaps she got left back for not selling an adequate number of treats, Geor said with a shrug. Ancy, Tess, and Geor took a seat at a little round table. They ate their cuts and hydrated. Unexpectedly, they heard somebody shout, Team an outsider from Planet Donuts. Ancy looked up. It was Cassi Dii going around the restaurant. She was holding small donuts over her eyes, very much as she did at the sleepover. Are we fortunate for sure? Tess inquired. Cassi is one of our suspects. Ancy could see Cassie's knapsack on another table. Look, Ancy said. There's the rucksack she was holding at the sleepover. Perhaps Hally Heart is still inside, Tess said. Disregard it, Geor said, shaking her head. I'm not looking into additional packs. We don't need to look, Ancy said. I'll simply feel the pack to check whether there's a doll inside. Cassi won't see you, at any rate, Tess said. She has small donuts over her eyes. Ancy stood up and strolled discreetly to the next table. She arrived at over a paper cup for Cassie's knapsack. Uh-oh, Ancy panted. She had pushed over the paper cup. Purple fluid was spreading across the table. Ancy didn't believe the rucksack should get wet, so she immediately got it. That is the point at which she heard Cassi cry. Help. Ancy is taking my knapsack. No, I'm not, Ancy consoled the more youthful young lady. Everybody in the donut shop was gazing at her, even Mr. and Mrs. Ranzo, the proprietors. Cassi ran over, hauling Ancy by the hand. You weren't taking my sister's knapsack, were you, Ancy? Ancy inquired. No, Ancy said. She gave the knapsack to Cassi. I was simply attempting to track down Hally Heart. Ancy gazed at Ancy. My sister might be a vermin, she said. Yet she's not a cheat. How about we ask her, Geor said. She went to Cassi. Where were you somewhere in the range of 8 and 9 o'clock earlier today? That is a bizarre inquiry to pose to a young child, Ancy said. She can barely say what time it is yet. Can so? Cassi said. I was in the front room watching Lonnie in the TV. Andre's mom said I could. Ancy grinned. She used to watch TV as well, so she knew each animation inside and out. What was going on with the show, Cassi? Ancy inquired. It was amusing, Cassi chuckled. Lonnie was figuring out how to ride a skateboard in the zoo. What occurred? Ancy inquired. What are you doing, Ancy? Tess murmured. Who thinks often about Lonnie? Geor inquired. Ancy continued to tune in. Lonnie was riding the skateboard. It flipped over and he fell into the seal lake. Then the seal bobbed Lonnie on his nose like a ball. Cassi chuckled. Believe it or not, Ancy said. I assume I get it, Geor said. Cassi has a deep understanding of the show today, so she was higher up watching, not on the first floor taking the doll, Tess added. However, Ancy wasn't absolutely certain yet. Another inquiry, Cassi, Ancy said. Is there any valid reason why you wouldn't relinquish your rucksack today? Cassi grasped her knapsack once more. She gazed at the floor as she rearranged her feet. Since, she said, I took something. Ancy gazed at Cassi. Was it Hally Heart? Watch as our team of detectives gets closer to solving the mystery. Don't miss this exciting episode full of unexpected twists, funny moments, and clever detective work. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to follow the entire story and see how this mystery unfolds in the next chapters. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of our Minecraft adventures. Thank you for staying. See you in part 8.